Hey, we did it. We're live. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Bought some merch from someone at Vegan Exchange LA. I'll tag them in the video if you're interested. But it's too soon.
Oh.
You know it's too soon. We have a format. I forgot to bring my little paper down. I'm lost without it.
You wanna go get it?
No, baby.
You sure?
No, I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
I want to start by saying I love you.
That's what's up.
And I'm glad he didn't say it back because I love to say I love you and not want to hear it back just because I said it.
Yeah.
So that was a good example of that because he didn't say nothing back.
But it made me look like it did.
Well, hey, I didn't make you look like anything. I want to shout out the people who were in here before we started the live.
When we be off
Shout
camera.
out to Keena Keen.
When we be off camera.
Shout out to Jordan Taylor.
When we be off camera, I'd be like, I love you. And you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, because I feel it. It feels sweet to me. And then you're like, you ain't gonna say it back? But you did you only say it to hear it back?
Yes.
Well, then you should have said it back to me. Latasha Luxuries was in here early. She's actually here exactly at 4, but I set the broadcast at 4:05 just to give y'all a second to, get your little drinks poured. Give me a second to put my mascara on, get in here. She says, MGR, around and around we go. T-Hawk is here. Smooth Baby is here. What's up, Smooth Spinner? Hey, what's up, Emperor Kev, Lexi Lex, T-Hawk, Cobra Tay. Hey, my favorite couple, Tanjareen and my guy, CT.
What up, Joe?
Queen Tanjareen and CT. Autumn J is in the building.
Autumn Reed.
And she was one of the people who posted earlier, too, saying, can't wait. This is going to be good. What's up, beautiful people? What's up, Isaac? Not that. What's up to her love? Exactly, Lexi Lex. You saw how you did me. Marriage Go Round Day has arrived. What's up, y'all? What's up, Shattered Dreams? You about to say something?
I'm going to take another shower after this show.
It's hot, right? I'm going to take another one, too.
I turned the air on.
I heard it come on, but, it's going to take a minute for us to feel it through the house. What's up, Cobra Tay? Cobra Tay. So I'd like to welcome everybody to episode number 49 of the Marriage Go Round podcast.
49?
Yes, 49. That means next week is episode 50. We're doing great.
Yeah, it's the longest podcast I've ever done.
Literally. And
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. Very impressed that he's stuck with me this long. Because I think you did 42 with Doughboy, and I was like, if we can get past 42, we're doing something, and we're on 49 now. So thank you guys for anybody who's seen every single episode so far. Type 49 in the chat. I want to know if you've been rocking with us the whole time. The first 21 episodes were only on Facebook. We started on YouTube on episodes 22, but I posted about 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. Actually, I posted about 9 on YouTube now from the previous ones. But just to catch you up, we are a real life married couple. We've been married for over 9 years, been together for more years than that. We got married on a Wednesday. We met on a Wednesday. We worked together for 2 years on a Wednesday. We do our podcast on a Wednesday. And the word Wednesday has wed right there in the title. So here we are. We take questions about relationships. We give advice. We take advice. We talk about funny memes about relationships and try to keep your conversation about relationships and not about other things. You getting it right, baby? I see you really studying it. How's it looking?
I don't know anymore.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Where's your chain, baby? I'm getting used to the chain.
No, I was at a rush.
Okay. Who's
You forgot your paper? I forgot my chain.
Okay. Well, we're going to ring it this now, right now. So I'm going to do our theme song that he loves doing so much. And then we're going to get into what we've been up to since last Wednesday. And then we're going to talk to you about relationships. So you know it's not time.
No.
I know you're trying to get under my
The
skin.
fade is out.
The fade is out. So here we go. What's up, Guy Trip? Guy Trip sent $50 to my Cash App last episode, but it was right when we were about to get off the air, and I didn't get the notification until like 2 hours later. I did send 25 of that to CT.
Thank you, Gotcha.
Guy Trip, these kisses are just
Thank
for
you,
you.
Autumn Reed.
Give him a hug. Guy Trip, get a hug. Masculine hug. Let me hold you. Ooh, look at that chemistry. All right, so here we go with our song. What's up, Amos Coast, watching all the way in the Netherlands? LMAO, it's the longest? Well, that's because you have a great co-host this time around. Hey, thank you, Lexi. She's saying nothing against it.
You wild.
So basically.
You wild.
And she didn't even know the last 2 podcasts you did before him. What's up, y'all? I love y'all video. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep people laughing. We appreciate that, Ollie Dorsey. Here we go. You still gonna show us the fake chain?
You know what's funny? I will bring up next episode. I will wear the real chain, and I will then show y'all the fake chain.
Let's see if y'all can tell the difference. All right, here we go with the theme song. Do re mi fa sol la ti and do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT. Marriage go round.
There's married things and things. You got some big ass titties. Married things and things are out. The Real Relationship Podcast. Blackout, blackout, blackout.
That was great, baby. You did that and gave me a compliment on my bosom size at the
You
same
almost came
time.
out that shirt.
Hey, thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. Yay! I didn't say any names though, Lexi Lex says. Hi, mommy. Mom's
Barbara.
in the building.
That's my baby Barbara.
Thank you for liking my outfit, Ashley. Why? What's up, family? CT. What up, folks? South Carolina checking in. What's up, Tito Helper?
I've never been to South Carolina either.
I've been once. I drove there from North Carolina with my cousins and met some family that I didn't know I had and played the lottery because North Carolina didn't have one at the time. And people in my family gave me money to play the lottery in Spartanburg, South Carolina when I got there. It was a big deal back then. That was like 15 years ago. But anyways, what you been up to since last Wednesday, baby?
You know, I finished Suits.
Suits is
a show that I've been binge watching on Netflix. It was originally on USA. Meghan Markle was on the show. It's about this lawyer that never passed the bar, and they see how far they can. It's crazy. It's so.
And how
amazing.
many seasons was it?
They did 9 seasons, 144 episodes.
When I tell you, I didn't see my baby for days. He was watching this show, but then sometimes I'd want to spend time with him, so I would go sit next to him as he was binging the show, and he would catch me up on what I missed. So I binged it with him, kinda. I didn't realize it was 9 seasons, but that's right. The 9th season was on a different streaming app.
Yeah, it was on Peacock. So
yes.
if you watch Suits on Netflix, season 8 finale gives you a form of closure, but you don't get the full-on closure until season 9.
It's a good show, and I'm pretty sure they got it on streaming sites because Meghan Markle was one of the leads for the first several seasons. And she's a good actress. I had no idea.
Actress.
She's a good little actress. She's easy on the eyes. Powerball was it up. $725 million. Go buy a few $2 tickets for tonight's drawing. Ooh, Tito Helper. Wow. Well. If it ain't the beautiful Tanjareen and CT nappy neck ass. Woohoo! I don't know, Tommy Oliver. I don't know if he's gonna like that. I'm just joking, LOL. Hello, everybody. That's not how you break the ice with my husband. All right, been moving around in that Bama heat. Yeah, it's hot, Jarrell. Trying to take some real estate, trying to sell some real estate. Time to relax and watch some marriage go round. Thank you guys so much for being here. You okay? We gonna let that comment slide?
The comfortability.
People really becoming, the pocket is here. Where are they, baby?
They be over outside.
They be outside. They be out of pocket.
The comfortability that people have to say certain things will never cease to amaze me.
Never cease to amaze
comfortability.
Me. The comfortability. Yes, it was on USA. Peacock's got a lot of shows from NBC, CBS, and other networks. Thank you, Ashley White, for the facts. So since last week we binged Suits, I don't think I went anywhere. I came back from being out of town and did the show, right?
Yeah, I picked you up from the airport. I dropped you off and picked you up.
Which is something we don't normally do, which is what I love saying to people. When people come to town and say, hey, can you get me from the airport? I say things like, I don't even pick my mom up from the airport. I don't even pick my husband up from the airport. My husband and I don't even get each other from the airport. I can't say that now because he dropped me off and picked me up.
Well, you know what I like? When I'm at the airport, I would prefer you come get me in my car. So that way, one, you're not burning your own gas, and two, I can drive my car myself.
And when you say you just mean me because you don't want your friends to come into the garage and get your car and take it.
Here's the thing. I don't trust anybody outside of you with my vehicle. I remember my nephew one time was like, hey, can I drive your car? I was like, I only got the one. It'd be different if I had more than one.
I'm binging Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock episodes. Ooh, you went back.
Tito
Helper. So we've got a bunch of funny memes to talk about today. Did you have anything specifically you want to take?
I want to get straight to the memes because I think the first 2 sentences of one I saw might trigger a topic for today.
Okay, great. And I also want to ask you guys, and you can tell me this now, or if you're watching the replay, what should we do for episode 50, which is next week? We should make it a special episode. What should we do?
Tanjareen, you got a runaway bobby pin that's right over your eye.
I put it over the screen and did like this already. But thank you, baby, for reading it out loud.
Yeah, I mean, she was trying to help you. She wanted to make sure that you saw it.
I appreciate you, but my hair is doing what it's doing. It's over my eye. It is. It's actually the hair, not the bobby pin. But there you go. It doesn't care what I want. This is what it wants.
Your Superman curl.
But thank you, Lexi Lex. All right, I had a question for Marriage Go Round section in the Discord. Yes, I put it on the screen, and I will get to it. Actually, let me just do her question real quick. This is from Ashley White in my Discord. I have a Discord, and you can get the link in my link tree. He has a Discord as well. The link is in his link tree. And Ashley's a big member of the Discord, very active, and she posted this question. Question for Marriage Go Round. Do you think it's possible to be friends or cordial with an ex after the relationship Or is it a wrap and done with? Friends with an ex or cordial after a relationship, or is it a wrap and done with? What do you think, babe?
I am still friends with all my exes. I mean, I feel like whenever I see people go through these bad breakups, I'm like, man, how did you go through bad breakups with this person? And that's one. Two, it's like to not even be friends with them is interesting. I guess the way I approach relationships in general is probably the answer to my own question.
So your answer is yes, because
That,
you're still friends with a lot of all your exes, pretty much.
yeah,
90%, 100%.
I only got the two.
Sometimes the number goes up to 4.
No, that just like there are girlfriends that I've had, which are two before you, and then it's the girls that I was like kicking it with heavy, and that's where the numbers start to get skewed. But the girls I was kicking it with heavy, we're all still solid.
All right. Isaac says, I'm friends with my exes. Cobrate, I'm sort of kind of friends with my ex. That means you still smash sometimes when she's mad at her new dude?
Hey,
I'm still cool with all my exes, and he put that in capital letters. Why are you typing in capital letters, Tito?
I need everybody to know.
Lower your cases when you talk to me, bro. Bring it down a notch. I definitely am still friends with my exes, but when I say friends, I mean, if I saw them in public, we'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sneaking off to the movies with them.
Mm-mm.
If they needed something from me, I might be able to do it if it's not a big deal and it's not disrespectful to my marriage. But I don't call them on a regular basis like, hey, what's the
what you doing?
latest? I'm not
How's
checking
your
on
mama?
them.
Yeah.
But I'm able to see from social media like, oh, okay, they're cool. They had a baby. Oh, they got a wife now. Or, oh, they're still single and they still ain't no good. Like, actually, it's funny you say that because the post that I posted of me in North Carolina in my family reunion, my ex, the one who put me in the hospital that I was with for like 6 years, posted comments under it. And we had a whole conversation back and forth for like 6 or 7 messages long. And I'm not upset with him for what he did to me. And I like knowing what he's up to because, you know, keep your friends close and keep the people who put you in the hospital close as well. So yeah, I'm still friends with my ex, but friends, I use that as more like associates.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like go out to the movies with any of my exes, but like if I'm in town, I'm like, yo, come to a show, or oh, let's get something to eat. That's cool. But not like hey, I'm coming over the house to stay over there instead of a hotel.
That part. And that's actually, I was just we were just talking to a friend of mine who they broke up because he would go and see his child at his child's mother's house, and it was out of state. He would stay at the mother's house.
Unacceptable.
While he was with this new relationship. And the new relationship person said, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. Please get a hotel or stay with a friend. And he was like, no, I'm gonna stay at the house.
The only way that's acceptable is if the woman that had his child has a live-in boyfriend and then he stays at the house with his kid and them. But for him to stay at the house with the kid and she's still single, nah.
And the woman that you're with is like, I'm not comfortable with this. So it's like, you know, and I'm not stopping you from seeing your child. I'm stopping you from sleeping in the same house where you had this bond with this woman.
That's where it gets a little dicey because yes, it's unacceptable, but here are the variables in that. If she's uncomfortable, which she has every right to be, is she, first of all, he's obviously staying there because he ain't got the funds to get a hotel. So if she's uncomfortable with this, is she kicking in the ducats for him to get a room? Or is she just telling him, you need to get a room, spend whatever money you can?
And he does have the ducats.
Oh, well, then he's out of control.
Exactly.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, like he ain't got no money, so he got to stay there with the family. But you know, every movie you see, you kind of want the parents to get back together. You know what I mean? Like I remember my stepmother is the greatest. But there were times where I was just like, man, this would be so dope if my parents were together. Just like innately. I never even wanted to see them together because they weren't good for each other. But just overall, you're like, man, right? So if there's a regular guy with his child, the child's mother, they're going to want to see each other be a family again, especially if they're both in this situation.
It's funny because kids are never satisfied. When your kids are lovey-dovey, the kids are like, ew. When the parents are lovey-dovey, the kids are like, ew, mom and dad, gross. Stop kissing. Get a room. And when they're fighting, it's like, stop fighting. And when they break up, it's like, oh, I wish my parents were together.
Movies influence that. Like we talk about a lot because we'll watch movies together and I'll be like, oh, I hate the character of the annoying teenage little daughter or the attitudinal teenage son. And Tanjareen is like, well, writers start writing it like that because their kids were like that in real life. And I said, to some extent, yes, but I think showing these things influences kids to be that way. Case in point, what you just said, when you see your parents kissing, you're like, ew. I never said that as a kid, seeing my parents kiss. Well, I never saw my parents kiss, but I saw like they were never together.
I was just thinking that. I was like, they were never together. When
they
would
were
you see them
together.
kiss?
They were together when I was a baby, but it was like, you know, for me to remember seeing them as a couple, never. But I saw my mom kiss my stepdad or my dad kiss my stepmom, and I never said ew until I saw a movie or a TV show where kids did that. And I'm like, oh, I guess this is the way to be. So it's kind of a horrible, vicious circle.
All right, let me read some of these comments and then I will move on. We're talking about, is it normal or could you ever be friends with your ex? And thank you, King T, for rocking with us since Speedy's Comedy Corner. Appreciate that. Tito says, I'm still cool with all my exes. Isaac says, I'm friends with my exes. Barbara, my mommy, Mama Reen, says, I'm still friends with my ex. It's been 8 years now. We talk all the time, but no smashing. I love that my mom knows the term smashing. You are out of control, Mom. No, the exes are for a reason, lovely Lydia says. I can't rock with the Kikian and dudes are way too disrespectful. So Jarrell feels like the dudes are going to, press their luck. You're right.
Dudes will always try that. You always want to mark your territory, especially if she has a new man. You're better off with both y'all being single. So that way it's like, hey, we ain't crossing this boundary. But if she has a man and the guy is single, he's 1,000,000% gonna always try to see if he can get in.
Yeah, I know that for sure. No, we don't do that here, Francis says. I'm friends with none of my exes, LOL. Slick Tafari says, what's up, Slick Tafari? Bandersnatch says, I'm great friends with the ex I have a child with. The other ones, nah.
That's smart that you got a relationship with the ex that you got a child with, though.
Exactly. I'm cordial, not friends. That's how I feel. I'm cordial. I'm like I said, I could be there for them if they need me, but not too much. I believe it depends on how the relationship ends to determine how cordial y'all can be afterwards. You would think that, Lexi Lex, but like I said, I was put in the hospital by more than one guy.
Jesus, I thought it was just one.
No, I'm sorry. I had some abuse from more than one guy. I was only put in the hospital by one. But one of them I don't like seeing, though. You know that one. The one I don't like looking at. I always type in capital letters. Okay, good to know. Tito, depends. No hugs, just dap. I can respect that. I ain't got any smoke with my exes. Don't talk every day, but it's no bad blood when we see each other. I agree with that, Shattered Dreams. No bad blood. Autumn Reed says it's a wrap for 60 days to give time to calm down and reflect. Cordial for 90 days after that, and you can be friends after 6 months to 1 year or after they've been through 2 new relationships. Why is it a math problem with you?
She always got the numbers.
She always has statistics in her answers. This is so funny. You guys pay attention to Autumn Reed. She has some cold, hard numbers in her answers. That's funny. Ashley says, it seems like some people smash their ex to fill that void of feeling being alone. For sure. And women especially, because we don't want to add, the numbers to the list of people because, as we talked about in a previous relationship episode, men don't like when women have slept with a lot of guys. So women try to keep their numbers low and they end up going back to somebody, so don't got to add that to the list. And because he knows all their spots. He knows what they like. You sleep with a new dude and he doesn't even get you satisfied. You wasted your time.
I want to amend that.
Go ahead, baby.
I don't think body count. First of all, a lot of dudes are like, man, she can't have no big body count. I almost prefer you to have a big body count.
Damn.
Because it's like, yo, who wants a novice? You want somebody that knows what they're doing. You want to make sure that you can guarantee y'all gonna have fun. Now, I'm not saying let it be a football field.
Woo!
But age also matters. Age group. If you in your 20s and your numbers are in the hundreds, it's like, I don't need that much experience. You know what I mean? But if you in your 30s and 40s, then it's like, yo, you know what? You can be up there because it better be a good time. If these numbers are crazy, it better be a good time.
What if she's done all that and now she's lazy with you? She's tired. She's done. She's no reason to impress you.
She done hung her jersey up?
Come get it. Not hung the jersey up.
If she done hung the jersey up, then I'm not the person for her. But it's like, you don't want somebody that's only been with one person because they're not going to know nothing. You're not going to feel like teaching. I'm not a teacher. You understand?
And you said you want to amend something, but you actually said that on that episode.
Yeah.
You said nobody wants a virgin. You want them to have experience.
Yeah.
You said the age matters if they're in their 30s. You said all that.
You
So
only
now
want
I
a
know
virgin.
you really believe it.
You only want a virgin when your heart get broken. When your heart get broken by a woman, you're like, I want a virgin. So you can help mold.
And it broke her heart.
You know what it is? Here's also what I want to add. If there are men out there who care about a woman's body count, hopefully you're under the age of 21. And if that's the case, You need to start dating women in high school and college. Like, you need to start meeting your soulmate when you're in high school and when you're in college, if you don't want a woman with a large body count. Because we've often told kids, yo, wait, women can wait, men can wait, get your education, blah, 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 blah. And then fast forward, they're 40 and 50 and they're alone. They looking back at their previous loves. But if you just hold on to the love you have from high school and college, you ain't got to worry about the body count conversation. But if you're out there in these streets, that body count is up for everybody.
And there's a reason that people are out there in the streets, because one person in that relationship broke somebody's heart or moved out of the town and the person had to break up. Green Ranger says, if your count is more than your age, you got some explaining to do.
Oh, Green Ranger, you haven't lived a life. And I'm glad. I'm glad that you haven't lived a life, because you have a beautiful wife, you have beautiful children. But you might want to sit this one down, my guy.
So he does not agree with that. His body count is definitely higher than his age. Oh, heaven help me. Reggie Williams says
my body count is higher than both of our ages. I don't even want to know yours. I gotta be able to sleep at night.
Well, you don't have to worry about knowing mine, because I don't know it either. Reggie says my body count is horrible. I said in a previous episode, when a woman gets past her hand, she doesn't want to count because she doesn't want to tell somebody, I've been with 11 people. It sounds so whorish.
But if I had like 3 more hands to give you, could you knock the number out?
Who knows? When I got past 10, I stopped counting. Hey, you happy with the results, aren't you? Aren't we having a good time? Ain't I showing you what you want to see?
Am I showing you what you want to see? Shout out to Martin Lawrence, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it would help to reconnect with each other, Jordan Taylor says. Let's see. We're going to get into some memes. That's wild, Tanjareen. Hey, Lex, just because you found your love in high school and stayed with him.
Found him.
Shut up. Lydia says, y'all so silly. Exactly, Tanjareen. Thank you, Latasha. Reggie's looking. See what I mean? Explanations, Green Ranger says. Past 10, lost count. Hey, Tank, I'm being honest. What's up, Tank? How you doing? How are you and the wife? These are questions we don't ask, LOL. Exactly, Guy. When you reach a certain age, I feel like when anybody's over 30 for sure, maybe over 25, but I feel like more when you're over 30, you know not to ask each other your count, because it doesn't
It's
really
a very
matter.
Childish question.
It is. It definitely is. What's up, James?
What's your body count? I'd rather know what your credit score is.
That part. And that's the part
count.
we don't ask. What's your credit score? How much debt are you in? Like, can we really build something together?
Instead of your body count, tell me how many dudes got the key to your crib.
That's important too.
How many cars are parked outside?
Speaking of that, remember when we had that guest on Slick Safari? He had a key to the girl's house, and then the son came in like, what are you doing eating my camera?
Yeah, I need to know how many people got keys.
Meeting your soulmate is a great way to start getting to know each other. Whose juice is this? Slick Safari, body count doesn't matter, because if you ask me my body count, I'm lying for show. Yeah, a lot of people lie about it. I've been with my wife for 15 years. She still don't know mine. Reggie, she don't need to know yours. Why can't I click on Reggie's comment? That's interesting. Oh, there it is. That's for Reggie. All right, so let's get into some of these memes because they're funny, and he says that one of them may strike up another conversation. This one made me laugh. This is, we love a page called 6 Brown Chicks on Instagram. Make sure you guys gave them a song. 6 Brown Chicks. Make sure you guys are following them. And they, on Wednesdays, post about 6 questions that are anonymous from people, supposedly true, and ask the people to put comments in what they think. So this is one from today. It says, I've been married for 7 years. I'm average height, 5'2". First of all, that's not average height for a man.
Not average height.
But I fell for my wife's cousin, Unique. We're giving names, okay. Who is 5'11" and has legs for days. We've been together for 2 years. Unique's son was born with a long neck like her and short body like mine. He looks like a little brown giraffe. That's hilarious. He's always stretching his neck like he's looking for something. What's worrying me is that he looks just like me. Unique keeps bringing the baby over and my wife loves to babysit, but I'm afraid Unique will tell, or the boy's face will tell. I can't lose my wife. Unique is broken, mentally unstable. What to do? You've been with this side chick for 2 years. Now her baby looks like you. Got a long neck, a little long giraffe neck boy. And you're concerned because now you realize the side chick ain't worth nothing. She's unstable and she's broke, but you've been with her for 2 years. Babe, what do you think about that?
I think damn shame what happened to that little boy.
With the long neck?
Long neck, little body. That's a cold game. The way he described him was like an animal discovering themselves.
That's what he said. Long neck, like the wife. He looks like a little giraffe, which is hilarious. Next one. Let me see what y'all are saying about that. Oh, from the last topic, Bandersnatch says, "Right? Why are you 42 with student loans and no doctorate? Questions that need answers. Facts. Come on, Short King, pulling the whole family effed up having a baby with a side piece. I know, especially if your wife is babysitting the baby and the baby's gonna start to grow up and look like you. Woo! Well, his whole life about to be destroyed because of the choices he made. Why would you go for his wife's cousin? Exactly. Go ahead and take care of the man with the long neck. man with the long neck. That's funny. Everybody got a man in their family. Now she broke and mentally unstable once she has your child. Wow, exactly. She was, shorty with the fat butt until she had that baby that looks like you.
In his defense, he never said that she didn't have a fat butt still. He just said that she's...
Yeah, be quiet. Can we focus on the fact that he said he's average height and he's only 5'2"?
That's a cold game.
That's not average, bro. You definitely a short king.
She out of control for having that baby.
Yeah, she out of control for sleeping with somebody's husband. Let's go to the next meme. Let me delete this one. This one cracked me up. Let me see if I can read it from here so I can, because y'all know my little lenses be feeling some kind of way. All right, this is question numero dos. And this one says, "I appreciate nudes as much as the next girl, but there are only so many penis pics that I can take. First of all, my husband's peen is hideous. It performs well, but I'd rather not look at it. He tries to manscape, but there are razor bumps everywhere. Woo! Secondly, he takes photos of it dangling in inappropriate places, laying it on the game console, hanging free on a park bench. My husband thinks it's sexy, but the pics are disturbing. I complained, quote, 'Stop sending your ugly pee pics,' end quote. He responded by dressing it up with a little top hat.
Okay.
He wrote on his thighs, quote, 'Park your lips here,' end quote. It's the most unsexy thing I've ever seen. I love my husband. I hate his pee pics. It drives my cat just thinking about it. Why is my husband trolling me? Is this normal? What to do?" That's wild. I'll start by saying that we usually don't like to see the male genitals as much as the men like to see nude pics. It doesn't look, it's not something that turns most of us on as much as it turns you guys on. And I also know that men that don't like to see between the legs of a woman, you'd rather, be a little more, something a little more enticing.
You don't like the pee pics.
On a woman.
Right.
So,
or on a man, but I'm just saying overall,
right.
I don't like.
We know you don't like it on a man.
Man, what kind of question is that on a woman? What? This is news to me.
Miss Cheryl says, "Honestly, I enjoy his creative nature. I think it's hilarious. For you to say, I don't like these pictures, and you put a top hat on them and send another picture anyway. First of all, you're hard-headed, sir, but you're creative, and I love it."
No pun intended, I'm hard-headed.
Hey.
To hold the top hat.
Hey.
That's pretty impressive.
On a park bench, Reggie is laughing.
Can't lay your head nowhere.
This man is trying to get on the sex defenders list because why is he at the park with it? Lex, these are good questions.
These are facts.
Oh, this is good. What's up, Malcolm? Thanks for joining us. I beat the cat is already scared. I bet the cat is already scared. Okay. Ma'am, do you? Ma'am, do you? Maybe that's what that says. He must have a, what's that say?
Cochlea?
Oh, I've heard of cochleas. Is that one of those? That's a device for intimacy, yes?
I don't know. We don't use devices.
Okay. I don't care for the dirty peen on the park bench, but the others, I'm not mad at all. How do you know it's dirty? He would have had me with the top hat. Listen, Bandersnatch. The way I would have laughed had I said to you, baby, please stop sending me these pics. I don't like them. And you would put a costume on him and send another picture? Like put him in a Power Ranger suit or a Batman outfit with a cape. Oh, I would have lost it.
Let me tell you something. The possible sickness and diseases he could have on the skin of his thing from touching a park bench is beyond me.
Well, maybe he didn't lay it on the bench. Maybe he just, I hope he didn't lay it on the bench.
She said on a park bench. How do you get it on there without getting it on there?
She did. Dressing it up, little hat. Well, yeah, she did. Dangling inappropriate places. Hanging free on a park. Oh, man.
Hanging free.
Hanging free. Lordy have mercy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. I love the husband in this. Hate ugly D-pics, but love the creativity. I agree, Autumn Reed. I definitely thought he was creative. Latasha, Love a good P pic. See, look at that. I'll call it a D pic. Love a good D pic. Thank you, Adam Reed. This is funny. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. Which one did you read earlier?
I only read the first one.
Oh, okay.
The first 2 sentences of the first one, so I didn't even read the rest.
All right. This one says, my unhappily married sugar daddy told me he's reuniting with his wife. He knows I'm a soft woman who needs money for my lottery tickets and weed. How dare him? I got a job cleaning a house, but I got caught stealing. I tried to offer the homeowner oral sex instead of jail, but he refused and said he won't call the police if I return what I stole. I pawned everything and smoked that money. That profit is gone, baby. I need money, but my lottery tickets ain't hidden, and my sugar daddy won't help. I called his wife and asked her for the money, but she laughed. How do I make him step up and help me? He's got the money. I'm tired of him dodging me, and I ain't built for jail. What to do?
You know how I know it's crack?
I hope that one's made up because, right, it can't just be weed.
You know how I know it's crack?
How do you know, baby?
Because she said, I called the wife and asked her for money. And she said it so matter of fact, as if that was okay.
First of all, nobody that's just smoking weed is going to have a job that's going to pay you, steal from that job to lose the job, and it's what you stole, you pawned for money. Like, how much money do you need for weed? It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, be something else in that weed.
It's got to be more than that. And the fact that you are thinking, how can we get my sugar daddy back is ridiculous. Ma'am, you wildin'. Is that real, yo? I hope it's not. I hope it's not too slick, Tafari. I hope they made it up. I be feeling that way about your stories too. I'll be like, I hope he's making this up. This is too good to be true, but I like being entertained, so I don't care if you are or not. I love a good story. She about to take that L if it's real, Shattered Dream says. Calling the wife for crack money is a mistake. As a mistake is beyond me. I know.
As a mistress.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Calling the wife for crack money as a mistress is beyond me. I agree. How do you get her number, first of all? And why did you think it would be okay to call?
Crack make you resourceful.
Exactly.
I gotta get this money. Who can I call? His wife. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. The audacity of this woman, she must not be attractive because he turned her head off or down. That's what I was thinking too. She probably looks like she's on crack.
Listen, you got to think about this, and I want you to really think about this. Don't think like a woman. Think like a man.
Okay.
What man would turn down head from a woman? That's how bad she looks. He's like, I can't even do it.
So do you not turn down head?
I said from a woman, like these are outside of his girl.
Right. So if a girl offers you head, you don't turn it down?
I got to think about it. Because, I mean, that's a hell of an offer. You can offer some top, and you ain't got to do nothing but sit back. The only way I'm going to say no is if I'm like, I can't stomach this.
So if she's unattractive?
Yeah.
This is good to know. I'm making a note of it in my
Write it down.
phone. Making a note.
Nobody. Here's why you can write it down. It's not going to ever happen. Nobody just randomly offers guys that top.
Yeah, okay. Definitely on crack. Crackhead vibes. Like I said, medicinal smoke is the best and expensive. I don't think she's medicinal, guys. I definitely think it's methamphetamines.
No woman in history has ever walked up to me and said, "Can I give you this top?"
And if they did, you shouldn't want it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
But what if you just finished performing a hilarious set at a great venue and the women are on you and they're following you down the hallway to your green room like, you are so funny, I just got to taste you?
No, I feel like you got to understand right now who I am. I feel like everything's a setup.
Okay, good. It's 2023. If you don't have a blackmail tape of your married sugar daddy, then what are you really doing with your life? Good to know. Be careful, anybody who's got Autumn Reed as a side chick. Be careful. I'm just trying to be optimistic. I never heard of any weed smokers stealing and pawning stuff for more drug money. Exactly.
Not for weed.
Random head is suspicious. I don't know. I agree. I see somebody in the green room. We'll get to you very shortly. Let me delete this one. Oh, this one is wild. Let me find it. I did that one already. It's this one. Okay. This one says, Gerald proposed after our third date. We've been married for 8 months. It was too soon. Gerald always smells like baby wipes and he tastes salty. My husband is a grown, fat, 33-year-old man and his baby scent is off-putting. Gerald said he witnessed his favorite aunt choke to death on ice-cold water. cold water that went down her windpipe, and he's feared water ever since. Gerald's sister claims his aunt was an alcoholic who choked on her gin. Anyway, Gerald avoids water. He don't drink it or bathe in it. I told him to try counseling him. I told him to try counseling him. Why I need counseling? Because I'd rather wipe my body than wash it.
Woo!
I'm concerned about his health. Also, we spend hundreds of dollars on baby wipes.
Woo!
Advice? So you have a grown, fat, 33-year-old man who will not take a shower because he's afraid of water.
That's disgusting.
So he uses a lot of baby wipes, and you are worried about the smell of baby wipes more so than the fact that this man is not clean at all.
Jeez Louise.
But you got married after the third date. So
this is why sometimes it's better to wait. You got to ask people questions. I'm telling you, the thing, I've said this before in a different way, but I'll say this now.
So she getting baby white D? Exactly. That's the worst kind. I'm listening.
I didn't make you my girlfriend until I found out about your hygiene. Once I found out about your hygiene, I was like, oh, yeah, you're my girlfriend.
They skipped the girlfriend phase.
They went straight to marriage.
They went straight to marriage.
I couldn't marry you until I saw how you were, if you were responsible with how you handle life.
Mm-hmm.
Although the thing that I find you being irresponsible at was not enough for me to be like, this ain't gonna work. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad I made the cut. Thank you.
You said that very sarcastically. I'm glad I made the cut. You know what made you made that cut?
No, I'm not even being petty. I'm saying I'm glad. Let's see what you guys are saying about the person that this woman says her man smells like baby wipes and tastes salty. Don't forget, she said he tastes salty.
These are still chemicals you're putting on your body. It's not beating water and soap.
Right. Wash your A, sir, with soap. What's up, Monty Bandersnatch? And she knew this before the wedding. Get the annulment papers. Miss Cheryl says, I'm unfortunately judging unless I see a doctor's note.
Doctor's note that says, baby wipes?
What's the doctor's note gonna say? That's crack again, Sylvan says. What's up? Silence says, grown man not bathing, unacceptable. That's scary. He has mental issues. I feel like even if that was true, he says he's scared of water because his sister choked on some water. It could have been gin. Whatever it is, he needs to get some counseling for it if that's the real reason, because he's too grown, and anybody over the age of 1 needs to be bathed. And he's a grown man. I feel like
anybody over the age of 3 weeks old.
Because I feel like when babies, I feel like they do the little bit of bathing in the shower. I mean, in the bath, what is it? The kitchen sink. They do this little bitty thing with the babies, but they don't do it every day. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a whole year to do that little stuff y'all do.
So
33.
So a 1-year-old could just get in the shower by your standards, huh?
I do put kids in showers too soon. You know, I had my nephew in that shower. I was like, let me teach you how to do this because I'm not going to be cleaning out the tub every time you come over here, little boy. Anyways, love you too. Thank you very much, Benny. Silence counseling will take at least a year and still same result. Oh, you don't believe in it? Not washing your butt is crazy. Surprise hose him down with the garden hose every time he comes home. That's going to scare him and traumatize him. Like as soon as he gets out the car, jump off the roof and start spraying him. Autumn Reed, that is aggressive. Okay, we got 2 people in the green room. You ready to go to them? Bump him when you walk past a fountain. That's funny.
Oh, I made a wish.
Throw him in the water. Ain't no way in hell I'm giving him some. And the summer, it's hot and she ain't run. Yeah, Lydia, how clean is she that she was able to go through with the whole wedding? The way she described him sound like he should have avoided cheeseburgers. What's that mean? The way she described him sound like he should have avoided cheeseburgers. Because he's salty? I think so, maybe. Now, Tanjareen, we bathe our baby and our toddler. That man is just nasty. All right, I tried. All right, you want to hit this one?
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest of this episode, because you can click the link in the description where you're watching on Facebook and YouTube and get on camera and join us with a relationship question or comment. Let's go to Cobra Tay.
What up?
As a king always, God over everything. What's up, Cobra Tay? How you doing?
Guy.
I'm feeling fantastic. How y'all feeling?
Doing good, man. Doing all right.
Feeling amazing. Tell us where you're located and what is your comment or question about relationships?
I'm Baltimore, Maryland, and got a comment and a question. So the comment is, when I was young, I nearly drowned in the pool. So not hitting that kayak. That yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that. Gotta hit that water. Gotta get that water on your body. Question
I
is
agree.
it's kind of it's really similar to that. So here's the question: If you are afraid, if your spouse knows a certain fear that you have, are you going to conquer that fear, or are you going to let it rule you?
Mm,
That's a great question.
That's a good question for a deeper topic another time as well. If your spouse has a fear that you know about, are you going to help them conquer that fear? Ooh, that's a good one. I know that this man had several fears and he's been conquering them one at a time in this relationship with me. You guys saw us parasailing in Hawaii. He's really afraid of water and heights.
I'm afraid of large bodies of water.
Large bodies of water. He showers and he swims in a pool, but he's afraid of large bodies of water. But we parasailed over the ocean in Hawaii from high up, and we also did the tubing in the water in Aruba, which is another large body. He's been doing things to conquer his fears. Being out in the large body of water in the middle of the night in Jamaica with the luminescent waters where our body glows in the dark. I didn't even post those videos, but he was terrified, but he did it. I would much rather be with somebody that would allow me to ease them into conquering their fears as opposed to just being like, well, if he's scared of that, so he should just be scared of it. Like being with a man, they say black men can't swim or black people don't know how to swim. It would be difficult for me to be with somebody who didn't know how to swim. I would really try to sign them up at the YMCA and we're going to work on this swimming thing together because I don't want you to be in a situation where you can't save your own life because you fell in the pool at a party. You know what I mean? What do you think, Dante? I mean, Cobra Tech.
Well, I'm learning to conquer a couple of my fears. Actually, one of them is large bodies of water. So I got to learn how to swim. That's on the list, but I already conquered like 3 of them. So and skydiving was the biggest one.
What? You skydived already? Skydove?
Yeah, I skydove for my 18th birthday.
Oh, that's cool. I've done it too. It's amazing. I thought it would be cool if he and I did it together, but he's like, nah. But yeah, and I'm not gonna press it because I've already done it. But one day, I bet you what's gonna happen is he's gonna be on some big TV show, and all the cast is gonna be treated to doing it with the big time producers, and they're gonna take him out there, and he's gonna have a freaking ball. That's what's gonna happen.
Until then.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm a whale orco out here in the seas. Okay. Why can't I see?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why.
Your contacts? Jesus Christ.
I'm a whole orca in these seas. Sorry, Green Ranger. I butchered every comment you posted today. Skydiving was okay. Monty, you didn't enjoy it? I thought it was amazing. What's up, Michelle C? How you been? The creator of the Singadoo cards that I used to play with all the time. I ain't messing with skydiving. I like my life, and I ain't trying to land in the ocean. And you know, when you do any of these kind of adventure sports, you got to sign a waiver that says the people that you're paying to give you this experience are not liable in case you die. It's crazy. So I almost changed my mind before I went skydiving, but I did
need liability.
Yeah, they're not gonna give it to you. Anything else, Cobra Tay?
No, just that for real. Just wanted to know that for real.
That's a great question, man.
Great question.
Thanks for coming in, my guy.
Thank you. Anybody watching the replay, answer Cobra Tay's question in the comments. Have a great day. Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay. Bye. That was a great question. I want to skydive, Lydia says. Jumping out of a perfectly good airplane? Nope, Isaac says. Understand the phobia before you force them to conquer them. Yeah, sometimes it can cause more harm than good. Autumn Reed, I agree. But if it's just a regular, like a black person just says, I just don't want to swim because I never learned how, then you can work with them. How old were you when you learned how?
6 or 7.
Oh, that's really early. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, Detroit Public Schools.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm impressed with that. Go ahead, Detroit.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what schools are like now, but when I was a kid in elementary, we went on field trips. We did a whole bunch of fun stuff, and then something happened between then and going to middle school in Detroit Public Schools, where it's like we didn't do anything for middle school.
Cold game. Budget cuts. I I had same fear on me, but some fear. I had some fear on me, but Andrea kept me calm.
Nice.
Andrea and Monty just recently went to Jamaica at the end of May, so I'm glad that Andrea was able to keep you calm. That's fantastic. She helped you to conquer a fear. Skydiving is amazing on your first time doing it. I agree, Jordan. All right, let's go to the next person in the green room. Let me make sure I'm not missing something. Tank says some things you can help conquer others. Yeah, let's get you some help. What's up, Kim? Thanks for watching, Kim Williams. All right, let's go to this person who always has something fun to share. Slick Tafari, welcome to the show.
No glasses came in on the silky smooth.
Hey,
how y'all doing? I'm great.
Where are you calling from, and what is your question or comment about relationships?
Detroit, Michigan. And yeah, he said it's exactly right what CT said. Yeah, we didn't do nothing for middle school. We was going on field trips to damn near Six Flags in elementary, and hit middle school. The only thing we had was pizza parties and candy days. So
that's it.
Did y'all go to the same schools in Detroit? I know y'all are not the same age.
No,
okay.
Probably not.
Okay. What's your question or comment, sir, about relationships?
Well, I have a comment and I have a question. The stigma or the thought of Black people not knowing how to swim is that's fake. I was a lifeguard when I was a teenager. I was a lifeguard at this place called the Boys and Girls Club. It was about maybe 2 locations that had a pool, and I worked at both. And I'm a fish, but large bodies of water, I'm out. I am out. I don't want to go kayaking. I don't want to go on a boat out in large. If it's a cruise, okay, maybe. But nah, the extracurricular, I don't want. Nah, it's too much of a risk.
What's the difference if you're a fish and you're really good at swimming? What happens that changes it for large bodies of water?
I feel like for me, it's basically like a black hole.
Yeah.
It's like a black hole. Like, and then you get tired. You might get tired in a pool, but swimming out from a big, large body of water to something tangible to like stand on or land.
Yeah.
Wow, that'll take you out. That's like a workout.
When you're in a pool or you're in a large, even if let's say a lake, you can see the opposite ends of land
and
These
the ground.
But when you're in the ocean, ain't no walls, bro, and you don't know what's in there with you.
So Michelle C says, what's the topic of today? We are keeping it about relationships. And so the last person on camera, Cobra Tay, asked the question, if your spouse or mate has a fear, do you help them conquer it? So we're talking about the myth
Good topic.
The myth that Black people can't swim, or Black people are afraid of large bodies of water, or they're afraid to learn how to swim, different things like that. So my question to you, because Slick Tafari says that he was a lifeguard at the Boys and Girls Club. We have lots of those out here in California. I'm very familiar with it. I had a mentee from that. If you were dating one of your cougar women and they took you on this amazing vacation and wanted to do some water activities, excursions in the ocean, would you do it? Hello, Slick Tafari.
I would. The thing with me is, if it's maybe it depends on the person. If it's like maybe first date or first couple dates, and she's like, oh well, we have a thing out there. It's like a bar on the ocean. No.
A bar on the ocean you wouldn't do?
No.
That's so simple.
I don't drink anyway. I don't need to go to a bar.
So, but my scenario was she flew you out. You've been flued out to an exotic island. She spent a lot of money, and now she doesn't want to just sit in a hotel. She wants to do some excursions. That means you've been with her long enough for her to spend money on you.
I'm not entitled.
People doing excursions, you don't realize that some of these excursions are very far from the hotel. If they were close to the hotel, like we could just walk down to the beach, get an excursion, come right back in like an hour, cool. But if I got to drive an hour and then do the excursion and then drive another hour and then come back to the hotel, that's a whole day. I'm good.
Now, And on the other side of that is if you stay at one of the all-inclusive resorts or a centrally located resort or hotel, they normally have plenty of excursions right outside the doors of the hotel. Like when we just left, we did some excursions that were right there. You just walk out, you're on the sand. We did some fun stuff. So we turned down the submarine ride that would have been a 45-minute ride to get to and come back home. And then we saw people getting lost in the submarine. So I'm glad we didn't do that. But you have a point. There are some excursions that make you travel to drive an hour laughing from silence. I wish I could have taught my ex how to stop being a liar because she said she taught her ex-boyfriend how to swim. So she wished she could have taught him how to stop being a liar. That's funny. I taught my stepson to swim in the pool and large bodies of water. Good job, Francis. I'd rather swim in the ocean than in a pool. Get in a pool. Tell me why, Vandersnatch.
I'll even give you this, man. Shout out to my good brother Shad.
I was thinking of him.
He swam and surfed like every day with his son at the beach, and this is an ocean. And he got pulled under by a riptide. It's a large body of water. You don't know what that water is going to be in a large body.
And say his whole name. This is Shad Moss, right?
No,
I'm sorry, not
Bow
Bow Wow. I'm sorry,
Guess
Shad's.
Guess Bar.
And you know him from wrestling. I'm sorry.
He
Bow
shot
Wow's
contact
still
with
with
me.
Bow Wow's still with us, but y'all know him from
WWE, and he shot contact with me.
Exactly. And it was shocking because, like he said, he used to get in the water by his house all the time.
He was great, man. Love that dude. But he died a hero. He made sure his son was saved, and he got pulled under.
Yeah, it's still hard to believe that. And I think about that every time I am about to get in the ocean. Like, how far am I going to walk in here to play around? Because
that's the thing. You don't know what's going to pull
really
you.
Good in it, who's really good in the water, got pulled away. Still waiting on my husband to teach me how to swim. LOL. Got to teach me and the kids. So see, Lex, a whole Black woman with 2 children and doesn't know how to swim. And she's an adult. So you're saying it's a myth. I'm saying whenever I post pictures of me in the ocean, the comments are like, oh, I could never. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, this, oh, that. So maybe it's a difference between pool and ocean, and maybe some people just can't swim in either. Bandersnatch says this is why we have girl strips. Y'all men are boring AF. Don't do sharks. No sharks want y'all.
Okay, until they want us.
I'll be
Submarine
born.
ride, count me out, Covertay says. Yeah, submarines are on timeout for a while. Exactly, King James. What's up, King James? Slick Tafari, anything else? You looking good today.
Oh, thank you. One more question.
All right.
When is it okay to tell your partner some of your deepest fears or phobias? Because usually it just comes up in situations to where you're like, okay, no, I'm not messing with that. So
When you trust them, and trust is crazy, but like when you trust them, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Looking back at the very beginning of my relationship with Tanjareen, I didn't trust her, not because she was untrustworthy, but just because I had known so many women as friends that were scandalous to the guys that they dated, or the stories that you hear about women with some of my male friends, that I thought when she and I were together that she was like pranking me or something. I'm like, what's up? Like, you gonna turn on me?
He used to say that all the time. He thought I was pranking him.
I thought she was pranking me, like she was gonna turn on me, or she was just gonna be like set me up for something. And that just came from a fear of so many different things that had nothing to do with her. And then I had to really tell myself one day, it's okay to trust her. And I had to let my guard down. And I see that from so many men and women that I know nowadays that express that exact same energy that I had and behavior, that they just aren't willing to trust people. So you have to make an active decision to trust someone, and that's when you tell them your fears.
So Ashley White, I agree with what you said. Ashley White had this same question in an earlier episode, and she was asking how soon should you be vulnerable with the person that you're seeing? It's a really good question. You can't really put a time on it because some people spend so much time together, or they have a commonality of pain where something tragic happens and they help one another through it, and they get close, and it could all happen in the same month. But if something comes up for you that makes you feel some kind of way, you should be able to share some of it. Like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this. I'll tell you later why. Or you should be able to say something. But if when you don't communicate things, it causes issues later. So at least give them a little bit of the surface of this is a trigger for me. I'll share with you later, but I can't tell you everything right now. But if you've never been burned, like I don't know if you've ever opened up too soon and then they threw it in your face.
Yes.
You okay? So that would make you have more walls up. I get that.
Even with your friendships as a man, your male friendships. I remember there was a trip BT Kingsley, Nate Jackson, and myself took when we were doing the tour together. And BT at the time lived in Sacramento, and Nate lived in Washington. And they drove down to LA. Picked me up, and drove me back to Sacramento because I didn't have the money to get a flight to Sacramento, and I didn't have a car to drive up. And it was like, wow, these brothers were willing to drive. For Nate, that was probably like 18 hours. And for BT, that was an extra 14 tacked on. So that made me like, all right, they have my best interest at heart. I can trust them. But a lot of times you're not afforded those ride or die moments with people for you to know if you can trust them or let your guard down.
You know what's crazy is I've known you guys all these years since I guess I met you all in 2008 and 2009. I knew you guys were on a tour together, but I didn't really think about the fact that y'all didn't live in the same state. No. Like I know where they live, but I didn't think about the fact that during that tour, y'all had to get to each other. And yeah,
I had the least.
Had nothing.
I had the least money of anybody, but at the time I had the biggest name.
Adorable.
That goes to show, man, fame sometimes, boy, popularity does not equal money. But
that's why he's your best friend.
Man, facts. And they're like the people who are my groomsmen, these guys I look at as my brothers because they're the people I'm closest to in the world. But why it's something about letting the guard down. You learn things about people's traumas. Like, for example, I know he won't mind me saying this. BT can't be in grocery stores for a long time. He can't be in grocery stores for a long time.
That's right.
Because when he was little, his mom kept him in a grocery store like for hours. Like they would just be going around the grocery store getting stuff. So now he has like damn near panic attacks if he's in there for too long.
That's
like,
understandable.
Close in. I guess it's not really. I shouldn't.
That's understandable.
But it's very funny.
I totally forgot about that phobia.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that story. Now we can make fun of BT again because I totally forgot about that.
I'm not gonna make fun of it. It's just something that he told me this as a boundary early on with us hanging out. So I'm like, hey man, come to the grocery store with me. He's like, I'll come, but I'll be in the car. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I can't go in there. I can do it for like a second, but I can't be in there. Like if I know what I'm getting, I'm going to get it and I'm out, but I can't be in there.
Guys are like that.
I'm the same way with closets.
Well, here's how, Michelle. When you're close with somebody, you can tell this kind of stuff. I'm sure
this is a perfect example of Slick's question. When do you know you can be vulnerable with somebody? BT was vulnerable and told you he had a fear of grocery stores because of something that traumatized him as a child. And now you've told the World Wide Web.
The world. And here's the reason why I was comfortable saying that. Because he said this on stage before, too. Like, I'm not going to say anything that was only meant to be kept behind closed doors. But something that you make a joke of, oh, man.
He'll only be in front where the cakes are. Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
So all his groceries delivered. I don't know how he.
It's possible now, too. He doesn't even have to go to the grocery store anymore.
Slick, we've had you on camera a long time. I like looking at you. I like that you got on the chain that CT would normally have on his cross today.
Appreciate you representing us.
There we go. Detroit in the house. Anything else, sir?
Nah, man. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is like therapy. It's fun.
Respect, man.
Well, hold on. Before I let you go, you asked that question for a specific reason. Is there something going on
that you're trying to be vulnerable with?
No, not at the moment. I'm still vibe checking.
What happened to Potato Salad Girl? She hit you up?
It's a vibe.
Oh no. That was a whole situation. Oh, that'll be another episode. That's a whole nother situation. I had to block her number.
Ooh!
Why did you have to block her?
She tried to have an argument with me through text and wouldn't answer the phone when I called her so we could just talk whatever the situation we had out. She would rather do it through text. And then she started blowing up my phone and hanging up. and I was like, I don't even want to play these games. This is not a game. This is a game I never wanted. So,
And
block the
she's
number.
older than you?
No, she's the same age.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go back to the Cougars. She's too childish. Go back to the Cougars. She can't communicate well.
Yeah.
Yeah, any girl that speaks in Instagram language, you need to keep away from. If she's saying period too much, she need to be out of your life.
You mean period? Like that.
Not the mouth smack, I tell you.
But period. Point. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, boo.
I don't know if I got a little lamb.
Just hearing that just bothers you.
Take care, Slick. Always a pleasure.
Love y'all, man.
Find himself
back,
a noble. I'm sorry. If Flick is, love you too. If Slick don't find himself a stable female, goodness. For all of you that don't know what we meant by potato salad girl, I'm invested now. We need
last
answers.
week's episode.
Please watch episode 48. Slick Tafari is actually in the last 4 or 5 episodes, and he told us a story about a young lady that lasted maybe 3 episodes or 4. And then last week's episode was a whole new lady, and she made some potato salad for the holidays. So you guys can watch that episode to see what he had to say about that. I'm single, but y'all give amazing advice to people. Thank you, Tony. You can follow him at that TikTok. Cliche Cheek was on Tanjareen's Top Talent doing 2 poems yesterday. Thank you, sir.
Is it supposed to say chic or it's supposed to be cheek?
I
know it's spelled cheek, but
he pronounces it cheek.
Okay.
The situationships with Slick on Let Me Grab My Popcorn. Exactly. He's so entertaining. He's gonna have a phobia of potato salad now. That's funny. This has been a fun episode, you guys. Appreciate you. We've talked about conquering fears, how to help the person you're dating conquer their fears, and we also talked about how soon do you let your vulnerable stuff out. Are you starting something while we're ending the show?
No, I was giving you your props. You had a fear of apologizing because you weren't good at it. I'm just trying to work in a way to give you your credit.
Oh, because it sounded like you said I got a fear. You're trying to say I used to have a fear of apologizing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll wait for you the credit.
I gave it to you. You talked over it.
That was it? You had a fear of apologizing. That was you giving me credit?
We worked through it. That's not how I speak. You should.
That was your voice. Exactly.
Every time you tell that person that you do that. I never do that.
Look at your chest.
So what? I stay still when I talk.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You're doing it now on purpose, but you don't.
I'm literally talking.
This is how he was when I met him, and now he's CT is dope. Come on, baby, talk. So you can move your shoulders side to side.
I don't move my shoulders side to side when I talk.
Baby, are you losing patience with me?
I've lost patience with you.
I lost patience
with you 5 years ago.
What are you still doing here?
You won't let me out.
That's right, I won't. Tanjareen was on tip. She thought that was an insult. It sounded like it.
She's always on that energy. Like
I'm not. What's up, Jordan Taylor? All right, you guys. This has been amazing as always. Monty said in a previous comment that Andrea helped her with her fear of skydiving. I didn't realize that you guys had been skydiving. That's pretty dope.
Skydiving in Jamaica.
Yeah, is that where it was? Because if so, I want to see that footage. That's
Y'all
awesome.
Are
lost patience
fearless.
And never found it. Slick Tafari, that sucks, but maybe it was for the best, Lex says. All right, where you going to be? You got something fun to do tonight?
Tonight, I am going to be doing some stuff for Patreon. Literally, they're having an event in LA, and I'm going to be doing like some interviewing stuff with Patreon, taking Tanjareen with me. Tomorrow night, Laugh Factory, Hollywood. Friday or Saturday, I got a show. Check my stories on Instagram. In the Valley, thankfully.
Oh, nice.
And Sunday, we're going to be celebrating our good friend Sky P. Marshall and Edwin Hodge as they are celebrating their engagement.
Yay! Sky P. Marshall, a friend of ours. She's an actress. Type her name in. You'll see all the shows she's been in. We were watching her on Black Lightning and something else. Name something else.
So many different. First of all, I don't have time.
Beautiful chocolate skin young lady.
That's how many credits she has.
Exactly.
I don't have time.
But and Edwin is an actor as well. So
he is so accomplished as well.
Yeah. So this is going to be a great power couple.
Yeah.
Great little union. Great big union. I only have going with the Patreon event with him tonight as a +1. That's gonna be fun and just get to relax and see what he's doing.
You will be filming so much content for your page. That's why you're going.
Okay, I'm gonna be filming content for my page, you guys, and you guys. I guess I'll post it on my Patreon for y'all because y'all are team members and y'all deserve to see it. Saturday I have this show, Cannabis and Comedy. Y'all know I'm sober, but this show apparently is 420 friendly. They do it every month. And Black Jesus is the headliner. Ronnie Ray, is that her
Ronnie
name?
Raw.
Ronnie Raw. Ronnie Raw is the host and the creator of the show. And me and Dale and Andre Lavelle are on the show. That's Saturday in LA and actually Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. Other than that, I'll just be a little puppy dog.
That's Saturday, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. This show's been great. We got to get dressed. We have a short amount of time to get dressed and get out of here. Peace and blessings. You guys have a good night. Thank you, Jazzy. It was Georgia where they went skydiving. She's my real life friend. We've been to more places than just Jamaica. That's why I said it wasn't Jamaica, because I had a feeling you guys talk on the phone every day. You guys are actually friends. I can't wait to get to the Laugh Factory. Michelle C is a stand-up comedian. What does that say? Medicinal Mania 2023. Okay, guy. Tanjareen Thomas, you need to come to Canada. Jazzy's in Toronto, yes?
Yes.
And somebody else just posted you needed to come to Canada. CT, you need to come to Canada. So
I'm not
what part of
going
Canada
nowhere.
are you in, sir? Silence. And I'm a big fan of you guys. CT, we need more skits like.
Like what?
I don't know. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later. What Tanjareen say when y'all going to bed? Everybody got a seat? That episode was hilarious, Miss Cheryl. Thank you so much for watching us on episode 1 on the Kevin on Stage app of the new series called Honeydew List. It's a relationship competition show. We went up against another couple, and that was something that was part of the questions. Thank you so much. Why are you in here? We're about to leave, brother. The show is over. What's up?
Man,
Make it quick.
you called me last minute. I gotta talk my shit for 2. I'm sorry. I forgot we can't cuss. I'm sorry, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good, man. We about to get out of here. What's going on?
60 seconds. Say it.
Man, I don't get it. Y'all hating on the short man, but we ain't gonna talk about it. I got 6 seconds. So anyway, I ain't got time for the crap about how you love somebody and you got 2 people, you are friends with somebody, and then you try to mess with somebody that's your friend. That ain't cool. And then the whole thing about water, I can swim like a fish too. I can swim hella good. But anyways, with that swimming in the ocean, I feel you, CT. You ain't get to cook till you got. You ain't jumping in that ocean like that. I was in the ocean. Them things was hitting my feet.
Thank you so much, Amari Smooth Spinner. You're an hour and 5 minutes late. We love you.
I know,
See you
late.
next
Bye-bye.
week. Bye. Bye, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Always a pleasure, y'all.
Peace.
Oh.